Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Ash Crypto. Breaking: Coinbase is now reportedly running out of Solana, as multiple users are not able to withdraw SOL even after waiting for 12 hours. Trump broke the crypto market. This is why you get your crypto off the exchange. We will see scarcity for XRP as well. It's just a matter of time. And that time can come quicker than people think. You know, I was just talking to someone the other day about scarcity in XRP, and they were like laughing. Oh, there's not going to be scarcity because there's 100 billion XRP. The escrow, in my opinion, some of that is going to go to the US government. I think they're going to utilize that XRP to strengthen the US dollar, maybe even fix the liquidity problems and that possible liquidity crisis that is on the horizon. Some more XRP could go to the IMF, the BIS, the ECB, other central banks. We really don't know how that could play out yet. A lot of people would agree, though, that the escrow may end up at the central banks. But then beyond that, a demand will rise for XRP. The demand for this cryptocurrency is going to rise over time. Wait until the institutions get here and they're locking away XRP in massive liquidity pools. And all it takes for that institutional surge is regulations. And I think those are coming in the first 100 days. This comes from the XRP guy, and I want to remind you of this once again. We are now at phase 2 of XRP rise to dominance. RLUSD is released. Still waiting for value to come from that. Trump inauguration already happened. Gary officially leaves the SEC. That just happened as well. Ripple case ends could be next. Alt season starts. Ripple named Big Bank partnership. XRP ETF approval. Hold. Do not sell. And I even said I will add in crypto regulations, which will bring institutional adoption for utility cryptocurrencies and benefit XRP, XLM, XDC, and so on, ahead of ISO 222. I think we need to have regulations in place even before FedNow in March. I think it's going to happen very quick when it happens. Then you also got to look at possible Ripple IPO as well. A lot of big things can happen very fast. That's why it's always important to be holding XRP. This comes from Ripple Lord. XRP news flash. Ripple has joined forces with the Blockchain Founders Fund to enhance the adoption of Web3 technologies. This collaboration aims to harness the expertise and resources of both organizations to streamline the integration of blockchain solutions in various sectors. By pooling their knowledge and networks, Ripple and the Blockchain Founders Fund are working to foster a more accessible and robust Web3 ecosystem, ultimately driving innovation and expanding opportunities for startups and developers in the blockchain space. This partnership signifies a commitment to accelerating the transition towards decentralized applications and solutions that empower users and promote a more equitable digital landscape. Web3 is also going to gain a lot of momentum throughout the rest of this year as well. And Ripple is at the heart of all of that. Same thing with Stellar. They're very big around Web3. Hedera is another one. XDC network. Everything is going to start to really move fast, in my opinion. This comes from Welshie Outdoors. mimicking 2017 exactly. Answers lie in the past. Future awaits. Will the price be gradual or sudden? A lot of people are saying expect a very explosive move upward for XRP. Everybody's waiting on some big announcement to happen right now, but we are still following 2017, and people are still calling for those 3-digit numbers for XRP. Is it possible? Absolutely. Anything is possible in crypto. I just talked about that in a video yesterday, because once you see the president launch a meme coin, it shows you anything can happen in this space. But there is so much momentum building for XRP right now. I mean, if you look back to 2017, 2018 run, none of this was happening back then. There's so much to look forward to. Trump's inauguration raised over $200 million, breaking all prior records. Ripple donated 500% more than crypto industry peers like Coinbase and Kraken. As a former Ripple employee, here's my take on their strategy and how it will affect XRP. I think XRP was already a given with Trump. I think Ripple was part of the plan the entire time. But take a listen to what Brad says about regulatory clarity.
Other macro factors. I go back to kind of first principles around big picture. What do we need for this industry to thrive? We need regulatory clarity. We need lots of utility. We need to be solving problems at scale, not experiments, not possibilities. But look, I look at the excitement. Have you heard some of that on this stage in the past 2 days around tokenization? I look at, I just think if you zoom out and look at what do the next 5 or 10 years look like for this industry, I'm extremely optimistic, and I think people will be surprised. You know, there's a Silicon Valley expression that people often overestimate what's going to happen in 5 years, but underestimate what happens in 10. There are, kind of macro exponential forces that I think really will continue to catapult this industry.
I think when Brad says 5 to 10 years, I think you could expect everything that he's expecting to happen within the next 2 years. I think most of it's going to happen in 2025. It all starts with regulations, though. Once that's in place, that's it. It's game over. You will see the institutional adoption happen so quick. Most people will not even have time to get invested into this space. Anybody still sitting on the sidelines or investing in meme coins, they're just going to be left behind, because these institutions are begging to get into this space. The ETF is one thing, but imagine bank after bank talking about how they're going to utilize RippleNet and XRP in the United States. That is going to be huge, and I expect that's what's coming. I think that's why Ripple keeps meeting with Trump, having dinner with Trump, because they already know the path forward. Trump already knows the path forward as well. US CBDC is dead under Trump, but stablecoins could be set to explode. Like I said, they're going to outsource this to a private company like Ripple. CBDC in the US is dead under Trump. Global head of digital assets research at Standard Chartered told Cointelegraph. Instead, they're going down the private stablecoin route, and the Fed has no control over that. Coming from Standard Chartered, a Ripple partner. You think they don't know the plan? They absolutely know the plan. You have all these politicians, this little handful of politicians talking about the Bitcoin reserve. The real play is XRP, because once the US starts utilizing RLUSD, real US dollar stablecoin, which I think is the digital dollar, and XRP is moving that around the world on a daily basis, XRP is going to take off in price like never before. Anybody not invested is going to realize they just got left behind. And like Smoke says, XRP's price rise will be more organic and sustainable than Bitcoin and Ethereum because it operates independently of macroeconomic and financial developments that heavily influence other cryptocurrencies. Unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP has not exhibited bubble-like behavior, indicating its value growth is driven by genuine adoption, utility, and use cases rather than speculative hype. Bitcoin is in a bubble. It's propped up by Tether that's printed out of thin air. This is why Trump will pivot away from the whole idea of a Bitcoin reserve. You're not going to take US taxpayer money and buy Bitcoin and then have the fall of Tether happen with US stablecoin regulations. What? Then we overpaid for this Bitcoin and it's got to remain in this reserve for 20 years to pay off the US debt. Then you also got the threat of quantum computers for Bitcoin as well. And then you got its ties to China. You see where I'm going with this. And everything now going forward, it seems like Trump is all about USA-made cryptocurrencies like XRP. And I'm going to tell you all right now, I agreed with most of you when I was reading the comment section a few days ago when I was talking about them ending the IRS. A lot of you said, it's never going to happen. Forget that whole narrative. But take a listen to Howard Lutnick talk about what's going to happen next.
At the start of the 20th century, America was the richest country on earth, and we defended our workers from unfair trade policies with tariffs. And we only made money. We had no income tax. All we did is charge other countries and foreign companies, if they wanted to sell to America, you had to pay for entry. Okay, so imagine this. The US government had no income tax. Americans got to keep all their hard-earned money, and foreigners paid the price. So now, what's happened? We have the Internal Revenue Service. That means charge us internally. Now imagine politicians who can't even balance their own checkbook, taking our money, and what do they do every year? Let's just take more, let's just take more, let's just take more. So this is how Donald Trump is going to end it and fix it. Last week, he announced that we're going to return America to greatness by creating, and today is its birthday, the External Revenue Service.
So what do you all think now? Because honestly, I think we're on the path to ending the IRS. I think the Fed will be next. And I think this is showing you the early signs of the transition into the new financial system. Now, a lot of you would say, well, that's just Howard Lutnick saying that. Well, take a look at what Donald Trump said earlier today about hiring new IRS agents.
Sure that we're only hiring competent people who are faithful to the American public, and we will pause the hiring of any new IRS agents. We will also require that federal workers must return to the office in person. And we're going to take the 88,000 people that they hired to go after you with guns. By the way, they're allowed to use guns and harass you like they were so many other people. Remember this. Okay, remember? Do you remember a little statement about tips? Does anybody remember that little statement?
I think he is on the path to ending the IRS. And you know, this country will turn around so quick. I've said it multiple times. People will be fixing their houses up. They will be opening small businesses because they're not on the hook at the end of every year for that tax bill. And I like the path that the U.S. is on right now. Not only that, I think we're going to get an announcement where he's going to say there's no capital gains tax on USA-made cryptocurrencies. I think that is going to come in the coming days. And when he makes that announcement, you could expect these cryptocurrencies to start to really skyrocket in price. But we will see where this goes from here. But I did agree with all of you in the comment section. I thought it was very unlikely that they would abolish the IRS. But it looks like this is a very big possibility now. And I like the idea of that as a small business owner and somebody that ends up paying in quite a bit of money every year. I like the idea of ending the IRS. And I think that would also bring a lot of money into the crypto space, because a lot of people don't invest because they're always worried about taxes at the end of the year. Imagine people going to work and no taxes getting taken out of their paychecks. Imagine what they could do with that extra money. If he was to get rid of the taxes, I would urge every single person, whatever you were paying in taxes before, sink that money into crypto now. 10x that money now. 100x that money over time. Think about passive income, untaxed passive income on your XRP. That would be a possibility as well. The future looks good. We're going into the golden age. And let me tell you something, 2025 is going to be a massive year for XRP holders. This run is going to be like something we have never seen before in crypto. But until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.